Well, something like that. Ben Schofield in the blue and white, John Tucker in the red, white and black of Fate, I think. Team Splat. That's it. Ben Schofield picking it up early. He's raised the pace a fair bit. John looks like he's on a much bigger gear than Ben. You can see the difference in the cadence. I'd suggest Ben's probably on high 80s and John probably on probably high 90s. So Ben's opened up quite a gap now with 2 to go. John needs to not do too much work. He needs to make sure he's got a ride in the draft. He's hanging off quite a long way at the moment. So he won't be getting too much assistance from Ben's draft. As he got the pace to lift around the finishing. He has had a couple of minor mechanical issues today, one involving the pulled wheel and another one with a rather sudden uncleating just as he crossed the finish line, but hopefully he's become a bit more settled. He was saying earlier today he wanted a race without much of a jump in it. So this has certainly played into his hands there, and he's just starting to pull Ben Schofield back down, and now he's back on the wheel as he comes past the 200 metre line and lifts. And it looks like Ben may have run out of gas. And John comes flying past, and you can put down your glasses now as Ben capitulates. John will take this one out in the end by quite a long margin. And John gets his entry fee back. He'll be happy with that today. And they have raced each other. Unfortunately, I didn't see that race, so I didn't see how it went. There's 3 laps. Nick giving Chris very little room, although an opportunity to dive under if he wants, and just a little bit of a feint there makes Nick respond very quickly and shut the door. No, you can't have the lane. I'm going to keep it. Chris ducking, diving a little bit behind Nick, and Nick on this track can be unsettled a little bit by that, especially as you come around turn 3. There's been a number of occasions when he's been not quite comfortable on this track. He's much more comfortable in a disc, which is somewhat counterintuitive. It's being generally considered a harder track to ride than this one. Chris with height, pace not on, 2 to go. Nick visits the duckboards. Opportunity to hook and drop as they come around with 2 to go. I don't think that's likely to happen this early in the race.
Pick up the pace.
Chris looking quite comfortable at this pace, very comfortable indeed. Nick a little bit of a sitting duck at this point as they come around with a lap and a half to go. Maybe he's trying to encourage Chris to take a flyer and get a toe into that headwind, but Chris not having a bar of that. If that was indeed Nick's plan, I don't know. So Nick pushing Chris up there as they come around, and Chris makes his move between turn 3 and turn 4. Nick responds to it quite well and has the inside running into turn 1.
Hook him up and drop. Stay up.
He's going to hold height, keep Chris going the long way round, and as a result he's given him a little bit more run, but that's given Chris an opportunity to take a flyer at his back wheel. Nick's going to have to bury himself around this corner and then lift as he comes through turn 3, and he does. Chris still getting a bit of the benefit of the draft as he swings around the corner. A little bit of a hook there from Nick, but it'll be up to the judges to determine. Why doesn't everyone just call themselves the same name? Then it's really easy. So this will be an interesting race. These two didn't get a chance to race against each other at the Metros or the Countries because Jay's from the country and James is Metro. It's kind of obvious, but in case you weren't aware of it, Jay from Shepparton. Jay with the lead, James on his wheel. Takes a little bit of height and breaks off, ducks and dives, and sneaks underneath. A little bit of a carnival going on here. For some reason Hilton's ringing me, but I'm not answering it. I'm much more interested in this. So 2 to go. 2 to come. James in control of the line into the lane. I'm not exactly sure what gearing choices they've made. They could go smaller than 82 if they want. It's an unusual decision, but it can be made sometimes if they want to train their spin.
And I sort of seems a bit early to be making those calls.
For these guys, this is very much training. He trained hard yesterday, so they're all a bit fatigued. Jay ducking and diving a little bit there behind John, just trying to keep him, trying to behind James. It's going to keep happening. I'm sorry guys, I apologise in advance. They'll get the bell as they come around this time. James very warily keeping an eye on Jay. And the pace right off at the moment. The 2 riders both have a big jump. So if it comes down to a jump race, it's going to be quite exciting. James still with the lead, coming in with under a lap to go. Jay takes the lane, but James had enough of an opportunity there to slam the door on him and did so. But this is a position that Jay loves to be in. He's a magnificent chaser.
Come on, James!
So James is going to have a little bit of a lift as he comes around the bend. Jay on the wheel. Here they come. Round the bend, and it is on for young and old between these two. And Jay seems to have just a bit dirty. And I mean mud, that is. We have the final A grade between Flying Ryan Horn and Neil Robinson.
It's going to be a big hit on YouTube,
Neil probably riding a bigger gear, as is his want. Ryan has come through undefeated in A grade today. It's been a bit of a revelation to everyone except I suspect himself. But he's got some grunt, this boy. A reminder that the sausages are on, so come up and avail yourself for some bangers. Supplied by me, so please, I don't want to take any home. Kept in my belly. Neil keeping a close eye on Ryan. Ryan's ridden very aggressively today. And he's been good at taking the line and diving underneath people. And Neil in a little bit of no man's land at the moment, not really owning anything and just giving Ryan a bit of a tow. As they come around now, the pace very high though, you can see. This is Neil's kilo ability coming to the fore. And now it's on. Neil has the lane, Ryan's going to have to come around. Ryan's very good with that power. You can see he jumps out of the saddle and really cranks it. But Neil still has the inside running and he might be able to hold Ryan up there. And in fact you can see there that Ryan has come out of the lane hard. Very, very, very close to the finish, but I think Ryan got that.